So hello guys, this video is will be composed of the chapter 3 network protocols and communication summary. So all in all, it is the summary of the whole chapter 3, and let's go. So it's composed of the rules, protocols, suits, standards, organizations, reference models, data encapsulation, data access. So let's start with the rules. Rule establishment. So the rules is composed of communication fundamentals, rules establishments, message encoding, message formatting and encapsulation, message size, message timing, message delivery option. So let's start with the rules tab. Communication fundamentals. The communication fundamentals. A network can be as complex as device connected across the internet. Or as simple as two computers directly connected to one another with a single cable and anything in between. Networks can vary in size, shape, and function. However, simply having a wired or wireless physical connection between end devices is not enough to enable communication. For communication to occur, device must know how to communicate. So, number 2 is the rule establishment. For communicating with one another, individuals must use establishment rules or agreements to govern the conversation. So the next one is message encoding. One of the first steps in sending a message is encoding. Encoding is the process of converting information into another acceptable form. For transmission, decoding reverses this process in order to interpret the information. Next one is the message formatting and encapsulation. When a message is sent from the source to destination, it must use a specific format of structure. Message formats depend on the type of message and the channel that is used to deliver the message. Letter writing is one of the most common forms of writing human communication. For centuries, the agreed format for personal letters has not changed. In many cultures, a personal letter contains the following elements: an identifier of the recipient, a salutation of greetings, the message content, the closing phrase, an identifier of the sender. The next one is the message size. Another rule of communication is size. When people communicate with each other, the message that they send are usually broken into smaller parts that are or sentences. These sentences are limited in size to what the receiving person can process at one time. So the next one is the message timing. It's composed of two: the access method and flow control. Access method still determines when someone is able to send a message. The number 2 is flow control. Timing also affects on how much information can be sent and speed and it can be delivered. Next one is the message delivery option. A message can be delivered in different ways. Sometimes a person wants to communicate information to a single individual. At other times, the person may need to send information to a group of people at the same time or even to people in the same area. Next one is the protocols, rules that govern communication, network, protocols interaction. So number 1 is rules that govern communication. A group of interrelated protocols necessary to perform a communication function is called protocol. So protocols suits are implemented by the host and networking devices in software, hardware, or both. Networking protocols. Network protocols rather. At the human level, some communications rules are formal and others are simply understood based on custom and practice. For devices to successfully communicate a network protocol, so it must describe precise requirements and interaction. Networking protocols define a common format and set of rules for exchanging messages between devices. Now, next one is protocol interaction. Communication between a web server and web client is an example of interaction between several protocols. It's composed of three: HTTP, TCP, and IP. HTTP is an application protocol that governs the way of a web server and web client interact. TCP is the transport protocol that manages the individual conversation. IP is the responsible in talking the formatted segments from TCP. Next one is the protocol suites. Protocol suites and industry standards. A protocol suite is a set of protocols that work together to provide comprehensive network communication services. A protocol suite may be specified by the standard organization or developed by the vendor. Protocol suites, like the four show, they can be a bit overwhelming. However, this course will only cover the protocols of the TCP and IP protocols. Protocol suite and the industry standards. The protocol is a set of protocols that work together to provide comprehensive network communication services. It may be specified by the standard organization or developed by the vendor. Like, next one is the development of TCP/IP, the first packet tracer network and predecessors to the Internet was the Advanced Research Project Agency Network, or ARPANET, which came to the life of 1969 by connecting mainframe computers at four locations. Next one is the TCP/IP protocol suite. Today, the TCP/IP protocol suite includes many protocols. Some of more popular ones are shown in the figure. Next one is the TCP/IP communication process. Let's go to the next one. Next one is the standard organization. It consists of open standards, internet standards, electronic and communication standard organization. Open standard. Open standard encourage interoperability, competition, and innovation. They also guarantee that no single company products can monopolize the market or have an unfair advantage over its competition. Next one is the internet standards. It's composed of three: Internet Society, Internet Architecture Board, Internet Engineering Task Force. And next one is the Electronic and Communication Standard Organization, which is composed of three also: Institute of Electronic and Electronic Engineering, Electrical and Electronic rather. Next one is the Electronic Industries Alliance. Next, the last one is the Telecommunication Industry Association. So let's move on to the next one, the reference model. The number one is the benefit of using a layered model. Number two is the OSI reference model. So let's talk about the first one. The benefit of using a layered model to describe network protocols and operation include assisting in protocol design must be fostering competition, preventing technology, providing a common language. Next one is the OSI reference model, TCP/IP protocol model, OSI model and TCP/IP model comparison. Next, so let's talk about the data encapsulation, which is composed of message segments, protocol data units, encapsulation, and de-encapsulation. Message segmentation. In theory, single communication such as music, video, or email message could be sent across a network from a source to destination as one massive uninterrupted stream of bits. Protocol data units. As application data is passed down to the protocol stack on its way to be transmitted across the network media, various protocol information is added at which level is done as encapsulation process. The encapsulation. When sending messages on a network, an encapsulation process works from top to bottom. At each layer, the proper layer information is considered data within the encapsulation protocol. Next one is the encapsulation. This process is reversed as the receiving host and it is known as the encapsulation. The encapsulation is process that used by receiving devices to remove one or more of the protocol headers. So that's all for the summary for chapter 3. Let's wait a bit. Just stand by and wait for my another video. Thank you very much.